Hello, y'all. I know I am an hour late, but I can explain. I really can, though. Hold on, let me just set up TikTok so we can kind of get started. So I had like planned out my whole entire night doing the readings, all the things. You guys know how I do. But then like I was in the kitchen cooking earlier. I finished around right before we were supposed to start the live, and I'm like, okay, I still have time to do the live. But then I got so hot in the kitchen because I got too sweaty. My spirit was like, you can't do readings like this, so I had to take a quick shower. I like told myself it was gonna be a cute 10 minutes, but if one thing that you guys should know about me is that when I say I'm gonna go take a shower, I will say 5 minutes and it'll be a cute 20 for some reason. So here we are. I just like ran. You see all the water? Yeah, that's where we're at today. And I didn't even have time to eat yet. So while everybody is getting here, I'm gonna take some bites. But hello, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's alive. Woo. I hope everybody is doing okay. Welcome to this week. Let me just put on. Literally, I haven't even ate. Look at this. I haven't even ate. But hello, everybody. Let me just put on the clock app so that way. Hold on. Okay, there we go. And then let me just find a way to prop this up over here. This is a lot harder than it looks. If I do it this way. Maybe? No? Sort of? Kind of? Let's see. That kind of works a little bit. Let me just... Literally, I just came out the shower and I look like I just came out the shower. But I literally have not even ate yet. So here we are. Welcome to this week's weekly community oracle poll. I hope everybody is doing good. Let me just slide this over. Yeah, there you go. I hope everybody is doing well. I'm going to be taking some bites of this while everybody gets here because your girl is hungry. Your girl is hungry. We'll do like the intro in a bit to let everybody know we're here. Hi, how y'all doing? And girl, just relax and eat your food. We're just happy you're here. Oh, thanks, love. I appreciate all of the love. Yeah, today was a little bit crazy. It was a little bit hectic, but I was just trying to edit a bunch of videos for you guys, and I was just doing readings. I've been doing readings like a maniac lately. But it's a lot of readings that I have to get through, so. I made pork chops today. Dominican style. So you know that shit is popping right now. But yeah, it's been a pretty busy day. I feel like today, with the astrology of today, it should have been 10 times worse, but it was actually a pretty good day. How was today for you guys? How are you guys doing? How is Scorpio season treating you? So Scorpio season is a very critical season for me. Like a really, really critical season. Like Scorpio season, October and November of every single year of my life are always very critical periods for me. So I just kind of like let it rock. Like whatever happens. And I'm just like, let it rock. But it's one of those things that this year has been like the absolute, I don't want to say it's the worst, but I don't know how to, like, I feel like, okay, let me choose the better word. It's been the most transformative out of any year that I've been alive. Like, it's been the most transformative. it's also been really, really awesome too. I just enrolled in my tribe this month, which was like amazing. And that I got to do that. I like the fact that now I have like this community, like this family, like it's just amazing. But then at the same time, there's like so much going on in my life right now. It's just pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. But I will say I love that, you know, this is what I get to do like for a living. Like I get to like connect with you guys and do all, because you guys are like my outlet, but I also love doing what I do. So it's like it's really, really great that I get to kind of like take myself out of the different situations I'm in to kind of like get stuff together. Why do I look like this? I just came out the shower, boo. Hey, I love your YouTube videos. Thank you, love. Yeah, for those who don't know, make sure you're following me on YouTube. We're about to reach 11,000 subscribers on YouTube, y'all. I'm really excited. I am really, really excited that we're getting there sometime in the soon future. We're gonna get there. But I'm really excited. I feel like it's a really, really it's gonna be such a first of all, I'm master number 1. So when I get to 11,000 subscribers on YouTube, I feel like it's just gonna be a little moment for me. Where I'm just gonna like savor it, because I feel like, plus I've been seeing angel numbers like a psycho lately. Archangel Michael will not let me live, will not let me live, will not let me be. Archangel Michael is just like on me right now. So here we are. Hold on. There we go. So right now, matter of fact, the 3 spirits that I'm working with the most right now is 1, Santa Muerte. Y'all don't even understand. Yeah, it's kind of almost like weirdly ironic that that I'm working with her the most with Scorpio season, because Scorpio season is the season of death and transformation, right? But yo, Santa Muerte has literally like saved my life this season. Like y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know. But yeah, no, Santa Muerte has literally just been keeping my fuel to the fire. But it's been Santa Muerte, Sekhmet, and Archangel Michael. Those 3 right now are keeping me just keeping me in the road, in the path, because y'all, it's been absolutely batshit crazy. But yeah, since we have like a good amount of people here, let me just do the intro for the weekly community oracle poll. Hello and welcome. So this is something that I do like once a week. It's called the weekly community oracle poll. It's supposed to be low cost readings, because you know readings can be expensive, so that way you guys have access to low cost readings. So if you are a Patreon member or a channel member, it's already included in your membership. If you are not, if you're like on TikTok or something and you're not on Patreon or whatnot, then you can go ahead and send $5 to $10 to my Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal, which would be my name, so TigeraGitana, with a little $sign, and then just kind of drop your question and the deck that you want to use. These are your options for today. The Okana Oracle deck, but please do not pick this deck unless you are trying to do shadow work, because this deck will read you to the filth. I say it all the time and y'all don't be listening to me, and then y'all get read to the filth, and then I just be like, hot damn. Okay, the Nature Speak Oracle deck. Okay, the Wisdom of the House of Night Oracle deck. I've been using this like so much through Scorpio season. The Archangel Michael Oracle deck. The classic, the Mary Queen of Angels Oracle deck. The Romance Angels Oracle deck, and those are your choices for today. For those who are on YouTube, all of the decks should be linked in the description if anybody wants to get them themselves, because I know sometimes I get asked like, what deck are you using and stuff like that. But yeah, for those who are Patreon members, channel members, you could start dropping your questions. And for those who would like to get a reading, go ahead and like do the like $5 to $10 to my Cash App or PayPal or Venmo at my username, TigeraGitana, and then just put your question in the comments and let me know which deck you want me to use. Okay. Yes. Can you communicate with spirit, like people's ancestors? So yes, but like it really depends on the session itself, because there's different ways to communicate with the ancestors. My favorite way to communicate with the ancestors personally is through meditation, but my favorite way to do it with like clients would be through the Akashic records, because you can access more information through the Akashic records when you're doing ancestor work. Whatchamacallit, hold on, there's a bunch of comments in here. My head has been hurting like a motherfucker. I had so many tower moments in my relationship, in my job, accepting my sexual identity, being two-spirit. It's been a lot, but I trust the process of death. No, but for real? No, but when I tell you that for like the past, I want to say 4 weeks, the tower card will not leave me alone. And then it transitioned to the death card, and Santa Muerte was just like, hello. Literally, my outcome was the death card so much, I just stopped doing readings for myself for a second. Like, I was just like, okay, I'm going to just sit at the altar with you because you out here trolling my life. Santa Muerte has a grasp on my whole entire identity right now at this point. But yeah, it's been pretty crazy. But you know, just take it easy. Self-care, you know how it is. Like, it just okay. October, December is the learning period for me, really and truly. It's definitely going to feel more grounded now that Venus is in Capricorn. I'm actually really excited about this transit and the fact that Venus is sitting in Capricorn for a cute 4 months. I'm not mad. I'm also not mad. I'm not mad that the Venus star point is happening on my birthday either. I am not mad, y'all. When I tell you that I'm not mad, I'm really not mad. I'm just, you know, with a lot of darkness comes a lot of fun stuff. That's just the way I'm seeing it right now. No, that's the way I'm seeing it right now. I'm just like, I know some really good shit is about to pop. I already know. If there's one thing I can do very well is patience. It's annoying sometimes. That's another card I've been getting like crazy. I've been getting the patience card like a motherfucker. Literally. All day I'm just shuffling patience, death, tower, patience. I'm like, if y'all don't give me a goddamn break today, come on now. But listen, we're resilient out here. Emotionally detaching and projecting my emotional psychic energy. No, but for real, it's been I feel like it's hard to emotionally detach too much during Scorpio season, because Scorpio season, you know, it's still a water season, so it's like it's very much an emotional energy. It's very much like feelings, but at the same time, like, I literally will be activating my Venus in Aquarius like this. Like, I'll switch it off real quick. I'll just switch it off. Like, I'll just detached. I feel nothing. It's one of my favorite things is to have a Venus in Aquarius. It's one of my favorite things. But you know, do the Akashic records have lecture halls and round walls? The Akashic records looks differently to everybody. So the best way for me to describe what the Akashic records looks like to me personally, if anybody's ever seen that episode of Doctor Who, where he meets oh my god, I cannot believe I just forgot her name. We're in the with the 10th Doctor, when they go to the library in space that is just abandoned, and there's just kind of like the shadow is like eating people. I'm sorry if I just spoiled it for somebody, because that show's been out for a long time. I'm sorry. But basically it's kind of like a huge library in outer space, right? That's like the whole point of the episode. And everybody kind of like, something happened. Now I'm going to be vague about it, but something happened where, you know, people were getting kind of abducted and taken away. And so the library became like in the shadows. There's kind of like the shadows ends up being flesh-eating aliens, like, but the shadow itself is like a flesh-eating alien. But the library a lot of the time looks like that to me. But it looks differently for everyone, especially with the way that you're accessing it, because there's different ways to access the Akashic records. And it's not generally spoken about as much when it comes to non-BIPOC people, because BIPOC has access to the Akashic records in different ways. It's just that they use different tools and plant medicines to get there, and it looks different. It doesn't look the same. There is like a little bit of a structure, like when people see like, oh, library, they'll visualize the library. So it kind of appears differently to everybody. Some people see the library as doors. That's how my sister sees the library. Like when she goes up there, it's doors to her, versus like shelves and books and stuff like that. But to me, it kind of looks like that episode of Doctor Who. I don't know if anybody like knows of that episode, but that's one of my favorite episodes because that's where he met his future wife. Let's just say it that way. Sometime where the Archangel Michael is segment. Yup, literally the same. No, but seriously. Literally, it's like death is happening, but also healing is happening, but also it's like spiritual warfare is happening. So segment is helping me with so many different things. And then it's like Archangel Michael's like protected and patience. Like literally it's just straight up like just doing the most. General messages with wisdom deck. Okay. Oh, thank you for becoming a patron, love. I am really, really excited. Thank you to everybody who's become a patron, because it's been like, I'm really excited that more people are joining the Patreon, and I want to do more for the Patreon as well. As it grows down the line, I have like a couple of different ideas that I want to kind of implement, and I'm really excited about it. But thank you to everybody who's like joined the Patreon. It's just like for real. But let me just slide this to the side. And you said the wisdom of the House of Night. So this deck is very, very interesting to me. It's like $10, y'all, because this deck is based on a book series, this young adult book series that came out a while ago, and I have not read that book. I've read so many young adult books like in my years and years of being a nerd, and I have not read the series, but I really love the deck. I really just ended up loving the deck. So, general messages for Amber Davis. General messages for Amber Davis. General messages for Amber Davis. What does Amber Davis need to know right now? What general messages does Amber Davis need to know? Ooh, okay, all right. They said a lot of messages, but okay. Wow. Okay. All right. Okay. Hold on. All right. That was done 5 cards. Damn. Hot damn. Okay. So the first one that jumped out was individuality. Okay. Individuality. I'm not really surprised about this card. This card has been popping off quite a bit lately too. Individuality really, it taps into that Jupiter in Aquarius and Saturn in Aquarius energy. And I would be paying attention to where Aquarius energy is transiting, like what house is transiting for you right now, where Saturn and Jupiter are transiting right now, because individuality and also Uranus, individuality is something that is ruled by Aquarian energy. Aquarius rules the collective, but also the individual. So it's like how you are reflected, what you bring to the collective, how your individuality, how you are yourself, but how you're also bringing something to the collective consciousness, to the collective table. So it really focuses in on yourself. So right now, you're definitely going in through a process of kind of working through yourself, not necessarily, being present for others right now, more of working with yourself, working for yourself, especially because you're getting also the differences card. So you might be, also look at how cool this card is. Look at the 2 cats. It's a beautiful card. But you might be in a point where you're just kind of like detaching from other people right now, because maybe there has been some tension, or maybe there has been some complications that have led you to kind of like you know, focused on you more right now, whether it has been from conflict, or from different kind of experiences that you're having, where it's like, you know what, I think we're going through different paths right now. Like, I feel like I need to focus on me, and you're kind of on that road that I am not in. So I'm just gonna let you do what you need to do, and I'm just gonna kind of like focus on me right now. So there is this kind of like you self-caring right now, you focusing on you, you working through your own kind of issues, your own kind of like self-care, your own kind of like strength, maintaining your strength, building up your strength. But there's still kind of layers, because you're also getting fragments. And this card is very, very interesting, because it really speaks about kind of like this is actually how a lot of the karmic knots and karmic ties end up coming up. A lot of the time, it ends up being a fragment of an energy, a fragment of a person, a fragment of an experience, a fragment of a moment where you are kind of a part of that person, whether it be a memory or something like that. You're still kind of holding on to that energy. You're still kind of like just thinking about or pondering or processing a fragment of time, a fragment or an experience that you yourself are sorting out, because you are going through an individual healing process right now, where you need to kind of like revisit a lot of what's going on internally, and how you're kind of processing a lot of things. But there are certain things that you are being illuminated by. The fragments could also be highlighting certain moments where your intuition has been triggered, especially because Scorpio season is all about the truth, and it's all about, you know, recognizing and looking deeper into the unconscious to find out the truth. So you're getting the deceit card. Okay, the deceit card. And this is it, like, if there has been a moment where your intuition before the past couple of months was like, that was a weird moment, that was a weird that kind of rubbed me the wrong way, or that was, I don't know, there's something there, but you kind of just kind of pushed it away or whatnot. You're now kind of discovering like certain things were what you thought it was in the beginning. So it kind of like puts it in a little bit of a it puts it into perspective for you. And it kind of makes you want to detach a little bit more and just focusing on yourself and your own individuality. And just kind of like just pulling away. So it's very layered. It's a very complicated, layered situation where you're kind of like, it's almost like, damn, I knew it. I knew it. It's like an I knew it moment where you're just like, oh my God, I knew something was off. I knew that there was something going on. I knew, like, I felt it. I felt it. And you know what? I kind of pushed it away. But now I'm kind of starting to see where things are kind of like showing, like just showing its true colors. But this is still a moment where you processing the truths that are happening are ultimately going to be leading you into that energy of success, especially now that Venus is in Capricorn. There is this kind of like, okay, process the things that have happened, process the differences, process a lot of the chaotic energy, and then start to cleanse yourself, start to remove that energy away, even though it might be like really hot tea and you're just like, damn, that's just crazy. Start to kind of release it for what it is and start focusing on yourself again, your individuality, because you are being called to focus on your success right now. So even if though there are some folks that have actively you know, tried it and you know, tried your time and tried your patience, there is still like this energy of, okay, you know what, this is why you detached in the first place, this is why you need to focus on yourself right now, and not kind of entertain other people, and just focus on your success and like uplifting yourself during this time. That is what's coming up for you, my love. I hope that that made sense. Yeah, like even the bottom of the deck for you is like conclusion, so there's definitely something just being very much closed off. This is very much like 10 of the Wheel of Fortune kind of vibes. That's what it's giving me, like the tens kind of energy, like something closing off. So I hope that made sense. I hope that you got the messages that you needed. Okay. For those who are new and just got here, welcome to the weekly community oracle poll. It is where we come together like once a week and we just pull cards. If you would like a reading, if you are a channel member or a Patreon member, and that's like on YouTube and stuff like that, it is already included in your membership, so you can already drop your question and then, you know, we'll go from there. But if you're not, and then your oracle deck that you want me to pick from and go from there. And if you're not, you can send $5 to $10 to my Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal. It's the same as my name, TigeraGitana. And then just let me know in the comments what is your question and which deck you want me to pick from. These are your deck options. You have the Mary Queen of Angels oracle deck. You have the Archangel Michael oracle deck. You have the Romance Angels oracle deck. You have the Wisdom of the House of Night oracle deck. Okay. And you have the Nature Speak oracle deck. And lastly, you have the Okana oracle deck, but please only pick this deck if you're trying to do shadow work, because this deck will read you to the filth. Okay, this deck is not for the faint of heart. It will read you to the filth. And I said what I said. So yeah, if anybody wants a reading, just go ahead and send the $5 to $10 to my PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App. Cash App is the same as my name. And yeah, so let me keep reading the comments. There's a lot of comments. Oh, okay. We got another one. Any deck at Trusted Guides. It is the download on studying herbs is the download on studying herbs herbology correct? And thank you in advance. Is the download I'm confused. Hold on. Is the download on studying herbs herbology? Oh, wait, that is your question. Why? I thought you were making a comment, my love. I'm like over here like, wait, is the download for, oh, it's the download, like you're checking to confirm. Okay. I'm losing it, y'all. What do you call it? Okay, well, since we're talking about nature, I'm gonna go ahead and use the Nature Speak oracle deck for this one. This is also one of my favorite decks. Ooh. Okay, Juliana wants to know, is the download on studying herbs herbology correct? Ooh. I mean, I will say one thing. A lot of the time, most spirits want you to study like herbs. I have some ancestors that literally only work with me with herbs. Just literally, that's it. Like they'll show up when I'm about to make a blend of whatever. I could be making myself a tea and they'll be like, go add some chamomile to that. And I'm like, okay. I just be laughing, y'all. But I do have found that it helps me to understand like the way that the herbs are used in a way that is not like very kind of basic, I would say. Okay, so Juliana, is the download on studying herbs correct? Download on studying herbs correct. Okay. That was a lot of cards. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So the answer is yes. But the way that it happened is funny. So let me just explain. Hold on. I'm like moving everything around. If I can pick up the card, it's like glued to the table. Hold on. Sir, can you lift up here? Sir. Okay, hold on. It's literally stuck to the table. What the? Okay, I got it out. Technical difficulties, y'all. So the first card that you got is Hidden Realms Opening. Okay. Then you got Time to Replenish. You got Face Your Fears. Happiness at Hand. Stretch and Explore. Apply Past Lessons. And Ancient Teachings. So this is a little bit layered. I do feel like you saw how I just told you that I have some spirits and some ancestors that like specifically show up when I'm working with herbs. That's actually one of your messages. Actually, you should be working with your ancestors for that as well. There are some ancestors that you have that are very well versed in plant medicine. You are also getting called into doing like herb walks, and I would actually recommend that if you're trying to get into herbs and like identifying them in nature. Look up some herb walks and stuff like that. They have them all of the time, depending on where you live. And like, I know that they have them like in the city, they have them in Jersey, they have them in PA. They have them like pretty much all around. But what I would recommend is just looking up like herb walks and going in and exploring and actually starting to work with them within its natural habitat versus then, you know, you buying plants and kind of like having the bottle. Like it's really, really cool to kind of like go to nature and like commune with nature there and kind of learn about, you know, their environment and how they grow and all that jazz. So you're kind of getting called into searching and exploring. Like if you're going to get into plants, you should be doing it not on a lazy level, is what the ancestors are saying. You should be actually getting into nature and, you know, looking at their natural environment, looking at how they grow, identifying them, kind of like going on like different walks and stuff. And I feel like if that's something that you want to do, you should want to also do it physically, like get out there and do it physically. The time to replenish is interesting because this is giving me like past life vibes. I feel like you've done this, but like you've worked with different plant medicines before, and it's almost kind of like you're re-downloading the information. That's like the way that it's coming up with this. It's kind of like it's like a re-download. It's just re-happening, if that makes any sense. But this is also one of those things that it's like when it comes to facing your fears, there's different things that when you start going into nature to start recognizing and identifying it, you might get a lot of very, very interesting downloads, especially when it comes to different animal spirits that might come to you that you might not actually like to have in your presence, is what I'm going to say. But there you will this specific kind of journey that you're getting on is meant to lead you into it's meant to be an opening. This is why your first card is literally Hidden Realms opening, because it's not just plants, like you getting into herbalism and stuff like that. It's also like animals, it's also like nature, it's also like it's like a layered thing. It like one thing leads to another thing, if that makes any sense. But you see the apply past lessons, there's like I do feel like in part this has something to do with not only your ancestors but also like past lives. Something about your past lives. I don't have your Akashic records open, so I can't tell you what it is, but something about your past lives and you kind of almost like working on that specific, that particular area when it comes to your spirituality is very comforting. And it's very much something that you can oof, it's almost like there's a lot of healing that you can do there. It's giving me like I was a medicine person in a past life kind of vibes, but again, I don't have your Akashic records open, so I can't confirm that. But you are getting kind of called into looking at the past. That includes in looking at how your ancestors practice with plant medicine, their ancient plant medicine. Are you well versed in your ancestral plant medicine as well? This is something that takes a long time. Trust me, I'm still working through some of my ancient plant medicines. I'm actually writing a book on it, but I don't know if I'm ever going to publish it. But I'm actually writing a book on it, just probably for myself. But it's one of those things that, like, looking at the ancient plant medicine, looking at how things are used, why they are used, how you are taken care of. With nature, how nature takes care of you with different by having like the properties that it have and how it helps your body at the end of the day. There's like this looking at the ancient teachings, and I do feel like you need to be looking at ancestral herbal practices, not just kind of like the modern day juniper berries and like you're just the mushrooms, and you just not basic shit. Like you're getting called to kind of deep dive into plant medicine, if that makes any sense. I hope that makes any sense. But that is your reading, my love. I hope that made sense, and I hope that you got all the messages that you needed to get. For the person who said, are you doing readings? Yes, I am. If you would like to ask a question, you can send $5 to $10 to my Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App. It would be the same as my username. And hold on, I'm trying to pick up these cards, but they're like glued to the table. And then just ask your question in the comments and let me know which deck you want me to use. The decks that you guys have available to use are the Nature Speak Oracle deck, the Archangel Michael Oracle deck, the Mary Queen of Angels Oracle deck, the Wisdom House of Night Oracle deck, the Romance Angels Oracle deck, and the Okana Oracle deck. But please only pick this deck if you're trying to do shadow work, because you can get read to the filth. I warned y'all. So it doesn't have to be in my conscience anymore. But yes, hold on. I'm still reading through all these readings. I couldn't find the video. I started to think I imagined the notification. No, you definitely didn't. I was just hella late today. I was supposed to start this at 7, but I was cooking, and y'all, it took a little bit longer than I wanted it to, because I ended up like getting super sweaty because the kitchen was so hot and I had to take a shower. So I ended up having to run to the shower because I was not gonna do a reading all kind of like sweaty. It's just like my spirit I wasn't gonna be like on that. So yeah, I had to take a shower, y'all. I just sent you a donation. Do you want a reading, or are you just like donating the $5? Let me know, because you could put your question with the deck and stuff in the comments, and then I'll just pull some cards for you. If not, just let me know. But thank you. But yeah, let me know in the comments below. My dreams have been so revealing. My dreams as well. Listen. Ooh, babe, can I get the water? Oh damn. Can you get me water? Please and thank you. Yeah, no, the dreams have been very, very interesting for me. Let's just say that. Reading, please, just a general one. Which deck would you like to use? These are your options: the Wisdom, the House of Night, the Romance Angels, and they just fell. The Mary Queen of Angels Oracle deck, the Okana Oracle deck, but please only pick this deck if you're trying to do shadow work. I am serious. The Nature Speak Oracle deck, the Archangel Michael Oracle deck. Those are your choices. So just put it in the comments, and then I will shuffle some cards for you. And then I believe we have some more readings on YouTube, but I'll wait for you to tell me like which deck you want me to use. Yes, processing my relationship with others, trusting myself in things I don't feel right, and valuing my time more boundaries resonates. No problem, boo. The Wisdom one appealed to me. Okay. I'm telling you, I don't know if it's just because it's Scorpio Saison right now, and it's just like this is the deck that's feeling saucy, but this is the deck that's feeling saucy during this time. So that's what I've been gravitating. I've been pulling from this deck on a daily lately. It's just been, it's been doing the thing. It's been doing the thing. Your Scorpio birthday is on Monday. Oh, happy birthday. Happy solar return. I hope that you have a wonderful birthday. I have a question for my Scorpios though. Do you guys really have like a good birthday during your season? Because I feel like Scorpio season is so deep and like dense that like y'all, is it really like, going to the club time and just kind of like doing the thing? Because it'd be feeling like hella emotional. Like, I feel like honestly all of the water seasons feel like that. Cancer season be feeling like that. Pisces season, I'd be sleeping like hell all the time. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Okay, so for Jewel, what is the messages? That's general messages. Okay, that is 4 cards. Okay. Wow. Oh, okay. Very, very clear messages. Very clear messages. The first one that you got is meditation. Okay. So, especially because I feel like with all of the energies, all of the planetary energies right now, especially just Mercury and, just kind of like the depth of Mercury right now, this is a really, really good time for you to do and have consistent meditations during this time, especially if you are looking to, for the next year over, have some sort of idea of the direction of that you're going to, because it feels like you're being called to maintain your strength, maintain like that foundation. You see how thick this tree is? Okay, this is giving me that Venus and Capricorn vibe. This is giving me that, like, I am a very old soul. I've been in this, I've been coming back to earth for many, 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 many like lives before vibes. This is giving me like I have spent a millennia in this planet. But it's just, it's very much ancestral. It's very much like, there is like that ancestral support as well. You should be doing quite a bit of ancestral meditations during this time, as in addition to your own personal meditations, whether it be for healing or empowerment or just clearing and cleansing like your energies. I feel like one of your ancestors specifically is very much going to bat for you. This is giving me one of your ancestral like ancestors who happen to also be a warrior, because you're getting the warrior card, but it almost feels like it almost feels like they were a soldier or some sort, or like they actually like fought in wars, they actually fought in like battles and shit. Like it's giving me, I will protect you, and I'm gonna make sure that your strength is maintained, your energy is maintained, your like foundation is maintained. Like it's almost like if you ever within the rest of the remainder of the year, if you feel like you're tripping up, or if you're like feeling like weak, or if you're feeling like vulnerable, if you're feeling like hurt, if you're feeling like different things, this is the time to kind of call on your ancestors. Call on your ancestors. Call on specifically the ancestors that go to bat for you the most, that are actively kind of like creating a space where you're grounded and are magnetizing abundance, but at the same time like you are protected from anyone that tries you, because that's really the way that this is coming off, is like you are protected from someone that is like from people, from entities, from vibes that are like trying you. Okay. And it's kind of like this going to bat, like this, nothing's gonna harm you, even if you're scared, even if you're sad, even if you are feeling like dense, even if you're feeling heavy, like there's nothing that's gonna harm you. Like it's like I'm not gonna let anybody touch you. That's literally the way that it's coming up. Like I'm not gonna let anybody touch you. No, but you're not gonna, it's not gonna happen. Not on my watch. Like not on my watch. Those are the words. Not on my watch. The last card that you're getting is listening. There's a lot of different messages that your ancestors have for you, and you need to do the meditations in order for you to actually connect and get those downloads. I would recommend doing like a 5 to 10 minute meditation daily with your ancestors, but there is this kind of like listening energy, like specifically you needing to listen, but also they're listening for the direction that you want to take on as well. So it's kind of like, hey, go ahead, give us a command. What is it that you want us to work on? What is it that you are specifically trying to kind of, what direction are you trying to head to? What are you trying to work on? What are you trying to manifest? What is it that you want for the holidays? Like, is there something specifically that we can help you in? It's like, how can we help you? How can we assist you during this time? It's like there's this listening energy. When it comes to listening, you have to be a little bit patient though for certain things to come into fruition, because right now I feel like you're in a time where you're setting a lot of intentions for the future, and the universe is just like, okay, we're listening, we're taking your order, thank you for coming to the restaurant, we're taking your order will be out soon, but it has to go get made. But they're listening. Okay. It's a very, very clear reading. It's a very, very like to the point reading. Stay consistent with your meditations. Maintain your strength. Make sure you're eating consistently within the next couple of weeks. Don't skip meals. Okay. Maintain your strength. Okay. Maintain your strength. How do we on a daily maintain our strength? We feed ourselves. We feed this Right here is the tank. If we're a car, this is a tank. You feed it with food, you hydrate, you stay good, you stay Gucci, so that way you are fueled and ready to go. If you are weak, if you let yourself like not eat or skip meals or stuff like that, you are more like vulnerable, your energy is more vulnerable, and you're not like maintaining your strength. So make sure you're maintaining your strength, but also know that you're very, very much protected right now, and you are very much getting called into placing that order with the divine and saying, hey, like, how can we help you? Okay, that was your reading, my love. I hope that made sense, and I hope that you got all the messages that you needed from that. I feel like it was such a great reading. I just feel like so much love coming from that reading. It's giving me the ancestors love you kind of vibes. Oh wait, hold on. I gotta read the messages. Hold on. Thank you, Queen. I always celebrate solo with a trip in nature. I mean, that makes sense. I honestly probably need to start doing that more often. You have no idea how many times other human beings have fucked up my birthday, and it's just like I stopped. There was like literally 5, 6, 7 years straight where it's just like whoever I was into during those times, like they just always fucked up my birthday. I was pissed. I was hella pissed, and they just made me do that a lot. I think you're talking about my grandfather. His presence have been with me heavy for sure. Aw. Thank you so much. I absolutely did appreciate you. Oh my God, I'm so glad that resonated. I'm so glad that resonated. That makes me feel really good. I am trying to find. Hold on. I'm trying to find. There was somebody else that had a reading. Okay, there we go. Black Coffee general messages. However, spirit leads you. Please. Hold on. I gotta pick the dick. Archangel Michael wants to take this one. So that's what we're doing. Hey love, are you doing readings? Yes, I am. If you would like a reading, you can go ahead and send $5 to $10 to my Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. It will be the same as my name. And then just put in the comments your question and the deck that you want me to pull from. Your deck options are the Archangel Michael Oracle deck, the Nature Speak Oracle deck, the Mary Queen of Angels Oracle deck, the Wisdom House of Night Oracle deck, the Romance Angels Oracle deck, and the Okana Oracle deck. But only pick this deck if you're trying to do shadow work. That is the warning, because that deck is crazy. Okay, so Black Coffee general messages. Archangel Michael, what general messages do you have for Black Coffee? Okay, Spirit is just straight up like, here, ha, there you go, there it is. Like right now, it's interesting. You got 3 cards. The first one is focus on divine and perfect health. Okay, this is what it looks like. Focus on divine and perfect health. So the prayer goes, God and Archangel Michael, thank you for continuously reminding me to focus on perfect health and for guiding me in my actions so that they support my well-being. Okay, the next one is make a commitment. Okay, make a commitment. And it says, the prayer goes, Archangel Michael, as the angel of courage and confidence, I call upon you to lend me your strength. Allow me to commit to myself, my life, and my divine purpose. Please clearly guide me so I can fully open my heart experience. Okay, make a commitment. Make a commitment. Okay. And the last one is, this is your life's purpose. This is your life's purpose. And the prayer goes, Archangel Michael, you know the details of my divine life purpose, and I ask you to help me be aligned with my goals. Please clearly guide me in my actions so that I am taking the best steps to fully manifest my wonderful and meaningful career. Okay, so quite a bit of things going on. I feel like there's definitely, you need to definitely revisit when it comes to your health, but not necessarily, I'm not talking about like, oh, like going to the doctor. Like if you need to, yeah, go to the doctor. But when this comes up, focus on divine and perfect health. This is reminding me very, very heavily of the workbook that I just released, the like balance workbook, which is all about breaking down the health of your physical body, your emotional body, your mental body, and your spiritual body. So really breaking down the health of all of those and like addressing all of those, what it is that you need to address, what it is that you need to look at, what it is that you need to work on. That's why that workbook is so powerful, because it really forces you to analyze the health of each of your bodies, which are all kind of put in one. They're all kind of stacked on each other, because your physical body is holding on to your emotional body, your mental body, your spiritual body, and the physical body. So it's giving me, you need to analyze what's going on within your bodies. Okay, you need to analyze what is going on within your bodies. You need to analyze what is going on with your spirit, with your energy, with your emotions, with your mind. Like, what area of your body are you having issues with, or are you feeling like there's a little bit of something that you need to work through right now? And if there's one area of your body that you think that you have issues going on, are you sure that is not a different area of your body that's having those issues as well? Because sometimes we can think that something's happening to us physically, but it's actually energetically that is happening, and our physical bodies are reacting to the energy of it not being healthy, right? So focus on divine and perfect health. This is like a time for you to have a deep transformation when it comes to your health and your healing right now. This is the time for you to make sure that you are making a commitment to your health in a grander scale, for you to not dismiss like the work that you need to do, and the healing that you need to ultimately like embody, like you being healthy, you thriving in that space as well, and making a commitment to commit to addressing that as well, because it kind of feels like, there are certain things that you have been kind of pushing underneath the rug. Like there's certain things that have been creating tension within your bodies, and you have not addressed them, or you don't even know what they are. And this is what I mean, like that. I feel like you should do that workbook if you have not done it already. The balance workbook, for those who might want to get it, it will be in my shop and my website. That one would, telling you, will help you break down like what is going on with each of your bodies, so that way you can have a better understanding of what you need and how to address and heal yourself during this time. And this is your life's purpose, is really, really highlighting the fact that you need to maintain the health of your body at all times. That is a non-negotiable thing. You need to maintain the divine health of your body at all times. Astrologically speaking, you should be looking at your sixth house for this and how it's being aspected during this time, because you might be going through some very critical transits that are pushing you to focus more on health and healing right now. But there is like a transformation that is being triggered here, and you're being called to make a deeper commitment into how you heal yourself, to your routine, what you're eating, how is it helping, how are you using your spiritual, like how are you using your spirituality, how are you using your practice to make to bring more healing and more balance into your life on a daily basis. How are you addressing your life in a way that is like well maintained? Like, how are you doing that? So this, it's like layered, it's very layered. But for you, it's about making that commitment and sticking to, like, breaking down, okay, what do I need to work on for which area? Like, what's going on with my emotional health? Like, how have I been feeling? What's going on with my mental health? Do I need to go to a therapist? Do I need like extra assistance? Do I need someone that I can, like go ahead and like break things down with? Like, what do I do about that? So it's very, 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 very layered. And ultimately, I feel like you can create a routine for yourself, making that commitment for yourself, and like sticking to that life's purpose of making sure, like, hey, I am committed to myself, I am committed to my health, I am committed to uplifting myself, therefore my health is the most important thing. But that is your message, my love. It is very, very like to the point, very clear, very much like it's giving me gets it together. It's giving me gets it together. But it's one of those things that if you don't pay attention to, you're gonna get caught up in a whole bunch of mess later on. It turns into a whole entire twang. So yes, I got two. Hold on, there was like three people who cash apped. So wait, hold on. I'm looking at this thing. Maya Morales. Who is Maya Morales on TikTok, or is Maya Morales on YouTube? Let me hold on. I gotta read all these messages. There's a lot of messages in here. Okay. Let me see. Do I do in-person readings? Not since COVID, unfortunately, but hopefully in the future sometime. Maya Morales. Wait. Wait, I'm trying to find. So Maya Morales and Wamuhu as well. I'm not sure whom is where and where is who. Okay, so you PayPal'd me. Okay, so you PayPal. So just okay, I got you. You're like fourth on the list because there are like 3 other ones. So Maya, I believe is going after Michaela. Wait, no, CZ is going first. Okay, so we're gonna do a back to back. That way, it's like even on TikTok and Facebook. So I'm gonna do yours next, and then so I'm gonna do CC's first. Okay, so guidance from my guides. Any day. I'm gonna go with the wisdom. I don't know what the wisdom is. It's just the wisdom is calling today. Okay, the wisdom is calling today. The wisdom and calling today. But for those who might want to book just a reading with me, like a longer reading with me later on, I always do readings on my website. The link will be in my bio for those who might want to book a reading or a session and stuff like that. So yeah, so if I happen to not, get to someone today, you can always book a reading too with on my website. But okay, Caesar the Cap, any deck guidance from the guides. Guidance from the guides. What's this does CC the Cap need to know right now? Okay. Okay, hold on. Wow. Okay, so okay, I got this card today. You got invisible. You got invisible. You got meditation. So, first of all, there's a couple of different things going on. There are certain things that you cannot see without actually meditating on. There are certain warnings that you cannot see without actually meditating on. And there are certain spirits that you need to commune with in order to see. You see how it's almost like looking at the mirror, like scrying? There are certain things that you actively need to divine during this time. And it requires you to do a deeper work with your guides and your ancestors. And it's almost kind of like you see how like the sky is almost like this, like almost looking like a tornado kind of thing. I feel like there's something that you don't understand that requires you to go in a meditation, like guide yourself inside of a meditation and seek for the guidance that you're looking for. There's a clarity that you're specifically looking for that requires you to kind of like look for what it feels like very invisible. It feels like it's something that is almost kind of like lurking in the shadows. You can't really see clearly what it is. It's giving Scorpio vibes for sure. It's giving unconscious vibes. It's giving like I'm not really showing you what it is. But there's definitely something going on that you need to dive in a little bit deeper on. And I think you need to do a little bit more work with your ancestors in order to have that full message of what is going on. If there's something right now in your life that you are struggling to see the outcome, or even like where it's leading to, or why it's leading to where it's leading, like just kind of like understanding the whole entire thing, you need to kind of really, really sit and ask the questions. You need to consent and say, hey, like, what is going on in this situation? Why do I feel so weird about it? Is there any insight that you can give me that can help me understand why it's feeling like this right now? Why it's feeling like, something is layered. One of the things that Spirit is saying is that you're also not going to be able, it's not the right time for you to know something yet, too. So there's almost kind of like this very mysterious, this is giving me very, very Scorpio, this very Scorpio energy. But it's very layered, it's very complex, it's very much, it's giving me something's going to happen at a certain time. Like there's something that you need to know at a specific time, and you need to, it's like you can only know some parts of it. There's only some parts that you need to understand. Like you're not going to know all of it just yet. It's very layered. It's giving me layered. It's giving me like this right here, that tornado in the background is almost like, it's almost like you can only know so much about why it's coming, why it's heading in the direction, why it's coming that way. Like it's just, it's like there's things happening in your life, around your life, that are happening that you don't even know. It's very invisible to you, but they're happening, and eventually you will intertwine with them, and you'll have to experience them. But in order for you to kind of be able to navigate them consciously in a way that makes sense with that guidance, you're going to have to commune with your ancestors and your guides so that you can see through the situation itself. But it's very layered. It's very layered. It's very layered. You definitely, you need to do some divination on this too. You need to do some divination. I feel like you're going to be seeking that too, because it's going to be kind of like, it feels like you're trying to figure out what it is, but you can't put it together yet. It's a little frustrating. It's giving me drama. It's giving me like, you can't see all the pieces yet, but it's going to make sense to you a little bit more down the line once everything starts kind of getting into order. But there is an element of chaos, an invisible chaos that's like underlining the whole entire thing. So I recommend make sure that you have that like foundation. You should also be doing your meditations 5 to 10 minutes a day for just the remainder of the next couple, matter of fact, the remainder of the year, you should be doing it every day. And just kind of like concentrating on asking very specific questions for what it is that you want to know, because I do feel like not that you're going to get all of the answers, but because there are certain things that spirit will hold back from us in order for things to, for the right time to happen. But it still feels like you're still going to be searching. You're going to be looking. You're going to be trying to understand what's underlining certain things. And it's very much there's a mystery and an essence about it. Yeah, that's like even the bottom of the deck is denial. There's just kind of like, even if you knew what it was, you might not even believe it. That's kind of the other thing about it. That's probably why you probably can't know what it full blown, like what it is right now, but you can still get insight out as to how to navigate the energies for right now as well. So I hope that makes sense. I hope you got the messages that you needed. Michaela, I'm going to do yours after I do, hold on. Josephine? Yes, Josephine. So Josephine, hold on. These are your oracle options, so just let me know which deck you want me to pick from. You have the Wisdom of the House of Night, the Nature Speak oracle deck, the Mary Queen of Angels oracle deck, the Archangel Michael oracle deck, the Romance Angels oracle deck, and the Okana oracle deck. Oh, the Wisdom one? Okay, everybody's like picking the Wisdom one today, but I mean, sometimes like y'all be picking Archangel Michael the whole time. Sometimes y'all be picking the Okana the whole time. It'd be like that. Okay, Josephine. What does Josephine need to know? What's going on with Josephine? What does Josephine need to know? What are the general messages for Josephine during this time? What does Josephine need to know? What does Josephine need to know? What does Josephine need to know? Okay. Okay, so a couple of things. So we have the High Priestess of Earth. This is giving me like hella hella Venus and Capricorn vibes. And confidence. Okay, High Priestess of Earth and confidence. Wow. Well, first and foremost, right now you're getting called to tap into that earth element, especially when it comes to navigating like the very complex energies, especially when it comes to the Venus and Capricorn retrograde that's about to come in December. But there is definitely a need to be a little bit more grounded, to be a little bit more stubborn about certain things. Being stubborn is not always a good thing, but sometimes it can be. Especially if certain things, if you feel like certain people or certain situations are pushing you to make a decision right away, you are getting kind of pulled into just grounding yourself a little bit more. Maintaining your strength, but also making sure that when you're walking out of your house, especially with your practice, with your spirituality, with your appearance, with your whatever it is, that you are walking with confidence. And I think that during this time, you definitely need to make sure that you are protecting yourself during this time, and that you are not kind of opening the path for certain things to kind of like try to attack you. The reason being is that when you are confident, certain spirits like to get, you know, what I would like to call trigger friendly during this time. When they see like if you are holding so much power, so much energy, so much strength, that they kind of want to like trip you up a little bit. So be very mindful about how you're walking. But if you're walking with confidence, if you're walking with the energy of confidence, then make sure that you are maintaining your strength, that you are making that something that you value, that you are holding, like you're grounded, you're holding your feet to the fire. You're like, nope, I got this. I know who I am. I know how to handle my business. Like it's like very, very much like I got myself. I know how to get out of this. I'm good. But during this time, just make sure you have your protections up. That's something that's very much coming up. Have your protections in place. Make sure that you are practicing protection, that you are protected, that you feel protected, that you feel like that you're good, that you have nothing to worry about when it comes to that. Because some people might want to try you, especially if you're coming with this much confidence, especially during holiday season, when people think, you know, that they can talk to you whatever they want to talk to you, especially family members. Be very confident, be bold, say what you need to say, be sassy if you want to be sassy. You know, be very grounded during this time. Like, don't let people push you around. Don't let people kind of like bully you or kind of like try to force you to do something that you might not want to do. This is a really important time for you to, especially when it comes to money, finances, love, relationships, for you to hold, like, not bend to other people, for you to maintain your strength, for you to maintain your, like, that stability for yourself and say, nope, I know who I am. I know what I'm doing. I know how I'm getting my money. I know how I'm doing whatever I need to do. Like I'm very comfortable and I'm very, very much grounded in the things that I love. Like I'm not dealing with any low vibrational shit. Like you need to make sure that you are sitting in that and that you're confident about those things, because anytime you get this amount of like earthy kind of energy, that's when you kind of start getting moments of like people trying to turn, or even situations where it turns a little bit chaotic. You have to be able to kind of be like, okay, I'm still good though, but that was annoying, but okay, I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go do my thing now. Like you need to know how to not let, you know, not letting yourself getting kicked around by other people or situations, whether it be at work, whether it be with like friends and stuff like that. Like just kind of like, I feel like in a way you need to like not give as much fucks about certain things, and just kind of like know when to pick or when to give your emotions to certain situations and certain people, because some people are going to try you, and you need to just hold that confidence and just, no, not today. Sorry. I'm too happy today for you to come in and try to bother me or try to take my peace or take my joy. Just really like brush shit off your shoulders, and like don't let shit get to you like directly or affect you directly or impact you directly in that way, because then it just starts getting like really, really like chaotic and heavy. Okay. So that is your message, my love. I hope that it makes sense, and I hope that you got the messages that you needed so that you can navigate the next couple of weeks. But ultimately, I feel like you're good. Like I feel like Venus and Capricorn is going to treat you very, very well. Okay, so I'm going to be signing off soon. So I'm going to do the last bit of readings that we have left. And then I am going to, then we're going to be wrapping up for the day. Hold on. I need to figure out where I left off because hold on. It wasn't that one. It refreshed. Can someone tell? Okay, I think I stopped at black coffee, which means Michaela is next. I believe. I believe Michaela is next. Somebody tell me if I'm wrong, but I think it's Michaela. I think it's Michaela. I'm pretty sure it's Michaela. I think. I think it's Michaela. So we're gonna do Michaela. Let me see. Hold on. Okay, so I have Michaela, Venus Labyrinth, and oh wait, Michaela, Venus Labyrinth, and I think Wamahu. Yes, that's the other one that I saw on here that I was like, who was that? I don't know who it was. Can for Wamahu, I'm gonna do yours after Michaela. So can you tell me which deck you want? Just put in the comments what is your question and which deck you want me to choose from. If you want a general reading, you can do that. But these are your Oracle deck options. You have Archangel Michael, the Mary Queen of Angels, the Nature Speak Oracle, the Romance Angels, the Wisdom of the House of Knights Oracle deck, the Okana Oracle deck, but only pick this if you're trying to do shadow work. So just pick your deck, and then I'm gonna do yours after Michaela. Am I wrong? Is Michaela next? Am I? Yeah, I think I'm right. I think Michaela's next. Okay, Michaela. And if I'm wrong, then you're getting 2 readings, boo. That's just how we do out here. I feel like going with the Mary Queen of Angels for Michaela for some reason. So that's what we're going to do. We always listen to spirit when we're picking the cards. We just... Okay. Michaela Hawkins. What does Michaela need to know right now? What is going on with Michaela's energy? Oh, okay. What is okay. I caught that with my thighs. With my thighs. Okay, so the first one that came up was boundaries. And it says, I am clear and honest with others about my expectations. And the next one is enthusiasm. And it says, whatever I am most passionate about is the direction I follow. Okay. So there's definitely this energy of detachment happening when it comes to your interpersonal relationships and even some family members during this time, especially during the holiday season. I feel like there's an energy of being excited about the holidays, but there's also the energy of kind of like needing to detach from certain toxicities, whether that be certain family members that don't have your best intentions or that are just super judgmental and just bad vibes all around. I feel like right now you're very, very enthusiastic about the future. And I do feel like the Venus and Cap energy is also going to help you continue that enthusiasm for what the future is going to look like, for you to like maintain your growth and what you're trying to do, what you're trying to achieve ultimately. You can go if you want to. Whatchamacallit, for you to maintain your growth and what you want to achieve. And ultimately like the overall how do I say it? It almost feels like you're being set up for happiness right now. Like the grounding, the intention, the foundation is very much, it's like very happy, it's very enthusiastic, it's very passionate, it's very like exciting. It's almost kind of like it gives you butterflies. It's giving me like it's just giving me like I have so much enthusiasm for what the future looks like. I'm really excited for what my future looks like. I've done the work and now I'm setting myself up for like this beautiful thing that I've just really been looking forward to for a while now. But there's also like this energy of like boundaries. It's just like, it's almost giving me like almost like Mercury retrograde vibes when like random people start coming back from the past. with like trying to just poke at your buttons and trying to create, you know, a little bit of conflict or trying to make things about them. And you're just kind of like, no, it's not about you. Or even when it comes to certain judgments about what you're doing and like certain people, certain family members, certain friends, and you needing to create certain boundaries in order to maintain your joy and your peace of mind. Right now, it's just kind of like set the boundaries, make sure that you're practicing very, 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 very clear and concise protection work during this time. So that way you are not kind of like, you're not getting taken advantage of by other people's like energy and negative energy during the time. But I do feel like the holiday seasons are going to call on you to be a little bit distant from certain people. You might have to leave certain, you know, family events a little early because certain people was just acting out of line. But don't allow other people's like negativity and kind of like energy to like corrupt your enthusiasm for the future. You should maintain this, and I do feel like you need to continue to fuel your enthusiasm for the future, your joy. You should be romanticizing your life during this time, so that way you are it's kind of filling you up inside, and you're able to kind of see yourself through the future, through the next year, in like that lighter, like more confident kind of energy kind of space. So that is your reading, my love. I hope that that makes sense. Okay, so we're gonna do Wa Muhu. I hope that I am saying your name right, Boo, because I am definitely bad at pronunciation sometimes. Look at me, already messing up. But you said wisdom deck. So after I think there's like one more person. Okay, so I think Venus is the last person, and then so that's it. We only got two more readings left. Okay. Wisdom. Let's see what is going on. Okay. Let's see what is going on. What do they need to know? What do they need to know right now? Okay. What does the Wamuhu need to know? What is going on with their energy? What is going on with their energy right now? Okay. Wow. Okay. Wow. So you also got invisible and you got hope as well. I feel like Scorpio season has been very dark. I feel like Scorpio season has been like it feels like this. It very much feels like that. It's definitely has been very dark, and you're almost kind of like you've been at different breaking points throughout this time. You should also be practicing protection work during this time. But there are certain things at play that you also cannot see. Certain things are very much invisible to you. Certain things are very much you're either feeling invisible because other people are going through their own shit and they're not giving you the attention that you want from them, or you're kind of like alienating yourself because of all of the chaos that's going on in your life as well. So there is this kind of like making yourself invisible, like not, but also check. There's this moment where you're just kind of like looking in the mirror, checking in on yourself, like, am I still here? Can people see me? Because it seems like everybody's kind of like going about their thing or like doing their own thing, but I'm like, you know, we have unfinished business. There's still things that we need to sort out. There's still things that we need to finish, and it almost feels like I'm just getting ignored, getting like just kind of not being the focus of the conversation, the focus of the moment. And it makes it's almost like very alienating. Is very alien. This is giving me nature spirit vibes, especially at night, how they roam the forest. Some walk like alone, and it can be very, very scary. This is what I mean by this card is very much how Scorpio season has been feeling like for you. Even though this is a very beautiful like setup, at the same time, there's parts of it that can feel very alienating and alone and invisible, almost like you are kind of haunting or haunted by something that, you know, has kept you in like the dark, and there's almost so much light that you're able to see. Only like the moonlight can like open up the road a little bit so you can see where you're walking before you. It feels almost like you don't know entirely what's going on. And I do feel like you also need to go do some divination into diving into a little bit about what's going on. I also feel like you need to also do protection work. That is also coming up. You also need to do protection work, because I do feel like when it comes to you maintaining your strength, you maintaining your hope, and you holding on for that truth for the future. It's like you have to do this. You have to maintain your hope. Nobody's going to give you hope except for you. You are the one that decides to maintain your hope. If you don't like prioritize like being hopeful and having like that enthusiasm for the future, you're going to get really sucked into a very dark depression, and it's going to feel like it's just going to feel really heavy. It's going to feel like you don't know how to it's going to feel like you don't have a way out. It's going to feel like you don't have a way out, and it's going to feel like um like there's no resolution for it. Like it just feels like you're a spirit lost in the woods. That's literally what this is giving me. So it's about, if you want to stop being invisible, if you want to be seen more, you have to start taking control again. And you have to be hopeful about your choices. You have to understand and know that your choices are ultimately going to be like set in stone. Like the things that you decide, that is what your intentions, that's what your intention is. That is what you done said you were going to do. And at the end of the day, that's what you're going to like uplift. That's what you're going to keep at the standard. Because there are situations and people that are trying to make you feel less than right now, and it doesn't feel good. It really doesn't. But right now you're getting called to have like use that light, that glimpse, and follow the road down where you need to kind of coming back a little bit out of the woods and into the light, so that way you can have that guidance of the direction of where you're going. Because it almost feels like you've been lost for quite a bit, and you just need to get back on track. You need to get back on your routine. Your self-care needs to be on point. Your upliftment of your spirit, of your life, needs to be on point. You need to not prioritize other people's emotions. You should be prioritizing your own, because if not, you are going to make yourself feel like this again. And it doesn't feel good to feel invisible. It doesn't. Even though you're obviously alive, it doesn't feel good to feel invisible or to be made feel like that. So this is a time for you to self-care, protect yourself, and use your intuition as guidance. Okay, that's why that moon is there too. Use your intuition to guide your way out and to rebuild that strength and to have hope for the future. Okay, so that is your message, my love. I hope that made sense. And I hope that you got the messages that you needed. We are going to wrap it up with Venus. So Maya, intuitively choose a deck for me. What messages does Spirit have for me during this time? Okay. Hold on, I just got to figure that. I guess wisdom is just like the deck of the week. I guess wisdom is just the deck of the week because that's the one that's coming up. But for Maya, what does Maya need to know right now? What does Maya need to know right now? What does Maya need to know? What does Maya need to know right now? What is going on with Maya? Okay. Okay. All right. So, well, first of all, I'm going to give you homework. This is going to be a little R-rated. I'm about to get banned from TikTok Live. But you are getting the wish card. You are getting lust. And you are getting fulfillment. Okay? This is giving me I can't say it because I'm gonna get banned on both platforms. This is giving me sacral sensual magic vibes. If you catch my drift that I am going with, this is a really good time to use your orgasms as a tool of manifestation, especially in Scorpio season, because Scorpio rules the act of, wishing. Okay, wishing. What is it that you want? What is it that you want to birth into? What is it that you like want to be fertile about? What is it that you want to use that space to manifest? Because you're kind of like, you're getting called to, there's like this romanticization about it. Like that's why you're getting that lust card, and using your sensuality in order to achieve the fulfillment that you're looking for. You have to use the energies of the season in the way that they're called to be used. When it comes to Scorpio season, if you are not going through a death and transformation process, you should be using your sacral space to have some fun times to manifest. I say this every single year. If you're not dying every single day and transforming and just like shedding layers, you should be orgasming every single day. Okay? I said what I said. Right now, you're in a space where there's a lot of things that you want for yourself, especially for the future. I feel like you're planning for what 2022 is going to look like as well. And it's almost kind of like you are still romanticizing what some of your manifestations are going to come up with. And I feel like that's really what you need to do. You need to sit down with yourself, put some vibes, put some music, however you like to do the thing, and then just like romanticize your future and hold the vision of that wish that you want in that moment of the crescendo of sorts, and then get you that fulfillment. Okay. This is a time for sensuality magic is what I'm gonna call it. I almost get banned from TikTok live. This is a time for you to use your sacral space as the manifesting space that it is. This is a time for you to use your sensuality and that attraction energy to magnetize the things that you are wishing for. You have to play the game of what the energies are. And right now, Scorpio is like that deep, broody, like you tap into the deeper things that you want for yourself, the at the core of the things. What is it that you want? What is it that you want to have? What is it that you want to achieve? How is it that you want to feel? Like, romanticize it. Romanticize that future for yourself. Romanticize the beauty of it. Romanticize just romanticize it. And do the thing. Your reading is very, very clear. I hope that it's being very, very clear, because it's being clear. It's being very straight to the point. Like, this is why I said you got homework. You got homework to do, but I need you to dive in really, really, really deep into like what it is that you want, what it is that you're wishing for. Okay, I feel like you need to romanticize a daydream. Play it like a whole telenovela in your mind. Like, play it like a whole like entire soap opera in your head, and just put yourself in the mood. That's what Spirit said. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, because I'm just saying. I said what I said, but your reading was very straightforward, girl. I was like, she gonna be busy. She gonna be busy. And he said some water magic. No, but for real, you're gonna be busy. Anyway, y'all, thank you for coming to this week's weekly community oracle poll. Okay, I will see you guys at the weekly prayer circle. The poll is gonna go up either tonight or tomorrow. So stay tuned for that and all of the jazz. But thank you for coming. It was absolutely amazing just getting to read everybody. And we will do this again soon. And we will do this. We'll be back. If anybody would like to book a reading with me, the link is in my bio. For readings, they're on my website. If somebody needs a reading, and I didn't get to somebody today, it's on my website. And yeah, I will see you loves in the next one. Have a beautiful night. I love you guys so much. Thank you for all of the love, all the support, all of the things. And also, for those who might want to replay live, it will be on YouTube, because that's where they got the replay. Okay. Bye, guys. Have a good night. Have a good night, y'all.